For the chain cast on, you need knitting needles. I have here circular needles. You can also use DPNs, whatever you prefer, and a crochet hook. I have a smaller size than my knitting needles. So my knitting needles are 4mm and the crochet hook is a 3.5, which doesn't really matter as long as you have a crochet hook. And of course, you need your working yarn. Compared to the provisional cast on, we do work directly with the working yarn, and also you don't need any waste yarn. The advantage of this cast on, you don't need to measure your tail to cast on and don't run out of yarn for example, the long tail cast on. You can start immediately with a short tail and don't need to worry how long you will go cast on. To start with, you do a sling knot and put it on a crochet hook. I'll leave around 10 cm or 4-inch long tail to weave in at the end, and then I do a sling knot. I'll put that sling knot on the crochet hook, and then I grab my knitting needle, hold it parallel to the crochet hook. I wrap the yarn around in the preferred position in my left hand, and I hold the yarn tail with my knitting needle together. I have already the yarn behind the knitting needle, and the next step or the next steps is I crochet around the knitting needle. So I grab the yarn and pull it through the loop, and this is already my first stitch I cast on. Then I wrap the yarn counterclockwise around the knitting needle, grab the yarn, pull it through the loop. And that's it already. Just remind yourself counterclockwise, wrapping it around the knitting needle and pull it through. I repeat these steps until I have one stitch less than I want to have it on my needle. And I have here 15 stitches, and my last stitch is this loop on the crochet hook. And I just slip it from the crochet hook to the knitting needle, and I cast it on 16 stitches. And what it looks like is that you end up with nice weaves at the edge. This cast on doesn't have any distinguished wrong side or right side, so you can start wherever you prefer. It's a difference if you, for example, replace the long tail cast on with this cast on, because with the long tail cast on you always have to work first a wrong side row. And if you replace it with this cast on, with the chain cast on, then I recommend to work also a wrong side row first before you start with a right side row. And this is how the chained cast on looks like after the first row. You see there are very nice V's visible. It gives a really nice edge, and it's suitable to have a matching bind off, like the chain bind off or knit through the back loop bind off, for example. And I can show you how it looks like after a couple of rows knitted over it, and as you can see there is no distinguished wrong or right side row. It looks on both sides very nice. If you liked this tutorial, then give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye bye.